The old house creaked under the weight of years, its floors groaning with every hesitant step Maya took. Even after all this time, the smell of jasmine lingered, haunting, familiar, almost accusing. Maya sat on the edge of the bed where her mother lay. Olivia Carter, once vibrant, full of laughter, now looked small under the heavy quilts. Her skin was pale, her voice a whisper of its former self. "You're here now. That's what matters," Olivia had said earlier. But Maya knew better. Some things, no matter how much time passed, never fully healed. Aaron lingered in the hallway, pretending to look at his phone. He was taller now, broader, but the hurt in his eyes hadn't changed. Maya forced a smile. "You've changed." "So have you," he said flatly, not meeting her gaze. They ate dinner in awkward silence. The clatter of forks seemed louder than the murmured conversations. Maya glanced at her father, Thomas Carter, who sat rigidly, staring past her as though she didn't exist. He hadn't said a word to her since she arrived. Not one. After dinner, Maya wandered into the backyard, breathing in the cool night air. The willow tree still stood there, ancient and weeping. She remembered climbing it as a child, pretending its branches were the arms of a giant protector. "You used to love that tree," a voice said behind her. Maya turned to see Aaron standing there, hands in his jacket pockets. "I used to love a lot of things," she said, her voice thick with sadness. Aaron hesitated. "Mom's not doing good, Maya. The doctors say. Not long." Maya nodded, swallowing the lump in her throat. "I know. And Dad. He's not the same either. You leaving, it broke something in him. In all of us." Maya looked away, blinking back tears. "He was the one who told me to go," she whispered. Aaron didn't argue. He just stood there, the silence between them louder than any words. That night, Maya couldn't sleep. The walls of her childhood bedroom felt like they were closing in. Posters of bands she used to love, books she never finished, all frozen in time. She drifted into restless dreams, memories, really. Her mother baking cookies while singing to the radio. Aaron chasing her through the yard. Her father, standing tall, proud, but always just a little too stern. And then the night she left, the fight. "You're throwing your life away," Thomas had shouted, face red with anger. "I'm following my dreams," Maya had screamed back. "Dreams don't pay bills. Dreams don't fix this family." The final words he had said still echoed in her heart. "If you walk out that door, don't bother coming back." She had slammed the door so hard it rattled the windows. And she hadn't looked back. Until now. The next morning, Maya found Olivia in the garden, wrapped in a thick shawl, tending weakly to her roses. "Mom, you shouldn't be out here," Maya said, rushing over. Olivia smiled softly. "These roses need me. Just like you and your brother need each other." Maya knelt beside her. "I don't know how to fix this." "You don't have to," Olivia said, touching Maya's cheek. "You just have to try." Tears burned Maya's eyes. "What if Dad hates me?" Olivia shook her head. "Your father. He loved you so much it scared him. He didn't know how to show it without trying to control everything." They sat together for a long while, surrounded by the scent of roses and the cool morning air. Later, inside the house, Thomas passed Maya in the hallway. He opened his mouth as if to speak, then closed it again. It was like watching a drowning man refusing to reach for the lifeline right in front of him. The next morning, Maya found Olivia in the garden, wrapped in a thick shawl, tending weakly to her roses. "Mom, you shouldn't be out here," Maya said, rushing over. Olivia smiled softly. "These roses need me. Just like you and your brother need each other." Maya knelt beside her. "I don't know how to fix this." "You don't have to," Olivia said, touching Maya's cheek. "You just have to try." Tears burned Maya's eyes. "What if Dad hates me?" Olivia shook her head. "Your father. He loved you so much it scared him. He didn't know how to show it without trying to control everything." They sat together for a long while, surrounded by the scent of roses and the cool morning air. Later, inside the house, Thomas passed Maya in the hallway. He opened his mouth as if to speak, then closed it again. It was like watching a drowning man refusing to reach for the lifeline right in front of him. Days passed. Maya stayed. She helped cook, cleaned, sat with Olivia during her treatments. Little by little, Aaron thawed, joking with her, telling her about his job, his girlfriend, his life. But Thomas stayed silent, a wall she couldn't break. One evening, after a particularly rough night where Olivia couldn't stop coughing, Maya found herself alone in the kitchen with her father. The tension was thick. Maya took a shaky breath. "Why can't we talk?" she asked. Thomas didn't look up from his coffee mug. "Nothing to talk about." "8 years, Dad," Maya said, voice trembling. 8 years, and you still can't forgive me?" He slammed the mug down. "You left. You turned your back on this family. I was 20. I was chasing a dream. And you told me I wasn't welcome here if I did." The words exploded between them, raw and painful. "You don't understand," Thomas said, his voice cracking. "Your mother, she cried every night you were gone." Aaron blamed himself. "I blamed myself." "Then why didn't you call? Why didn't you say you were sorry?" "Because I was afraid you wouldn't answer," he whispered. Maya stared at him, heart pounding. All this time, all the anger, the hurt, it had been fear. Pride. She took a step toward him. "I'm here now," she said. Thomas looked up, tears in his eyes. "I don't know how to fix it." Maya placed her hand over his. "Maybe we just start. By not running away this time." A week later, Olivia's condition worsened. Maya sat by her bedside, Aaron on one side, Thomas on the other. Olivia opened her eyes briefly, smiling at them. "My family," she whispered. "My heart." Those were her last words. The funeral was small, close friends, family, neighbors who remembered better days. Afterward, Maya, Aaron, and Thomas sat around the kitchen table, the same one where so many battles had been fought. Thomas cleared his throat. "I was wrong to push you away," he said, voice rough. "I'm sorry, Maya." Maya reached across the table, squeezing his hand. "I'm sorry too, Dad." Aaron smiled through his tears. "Mom would be proud of us." Maya nodded. "We're still a family," she said. "Just a little broken. But still here." And for the first time in a long time, Maya felt a small, fragile thread of hope stitching its way through her heart, mending the silent ties that had held them all together. Even when it felt like everything had fallen apart.